I appreciate the applause. I appreciate the applause. We're gonna talk
Adin
about.
Ross.
All right, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people upset on the social media over, this dude comments tells the sister. You know what I'm saying? So yo, I feel like anytime a black man want to defend a black woman, go ahead and defend that sister. You know what I'm saying? Like what? Defend her. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know what's his beef with the sister is. But I really don't care. That's my sister at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If we gotta go out the bat for the sister, we just gonna go out the bat for the sister. You know how it go in your household. You know what I'm saying? You fight with your brothers and sisters, but nobody outside the household fight with your brothers and sisters. And if you fight with your brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? If your brother and sister fighting in public, let me say that. If they fighting in public, you know what I'm saying, you gonna fight with them. And if they wrong about whatever they fighting about, you know what I'm saying, you check them in private. You know what I'm saying? So these white boys don't get a pass when it comes to our sisters, man. You don't disrespect them like that. That's my take on that. King Ganada, like and subscribe. We out.
What's
I
up
appreciate
next?
the
The
applause.
streets.
I
Let's talk
appreciate the
about it.
applause. We're gonna
The
talk about.
streets.
Let's talk about the streets, people. What have the streets done for you? In a good way or a bad way? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it because there's a lot of talk going on. People saying F the streets. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people saying, nah, don't say F the streets. We love the streets. So we're going to talk about it. Could we do that? Could we just sit back and have a civilized conversation about what's going on, about what's on the mind of the people? You know what I'm saying? Like the people that saying F the streets, they better be the people that saying F the streets because the streets have taken so much away from them. You know what I'm saying? Like the streets made their mothers a crackhead, their brothers a drug addict. The streets killed their father. The streets took their daughter, took their son. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, the streets destroy people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Even if you ain't never been in the streets, people that been in the streets come into your life and destroy your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason why a lot of people could be saying F the streets. You know what I'm saying? How many of our grandparents have never really been on them streets like the streets we growing up on right now today? You know what I'm saying? They living their life. They like probably 60, 70, 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? Tucked away at home. And here comes somebody that been on the streets, whether they a family member or not. They touched by the streets. They on that drugs. They on that crack. They hustling. They doing something. They come into her home. They stealing her jewelry or they get her house shot up. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the effects that the streets have on the civilians. You know what I'm saying? So the civilians got a right to say F the streets. Now let's talk about the people that's, you know what I'm saying, on the streets saying F the streets. Got people that's saying F the streets that's out there on them streets, but they saying F the street rules. You know what I'm saying? F the streets. I'm gonna rat on dude. If I feel like I'm a rat on dude, I'm a backdoor this dude. I ain't got no loyalty. F the streets. The streets don't love nobody, so why should I love the streets? I'm just gonna go out here and get my money and do what I do. So what's the motive? And what's your perception of the streets? You know what I'm saying? If my son was to ask me, yo, how you feel about these streets? I'm telling him, listen, what's your perception of these streets? You know what I'm saying? Like what you think is out there on these streets for you? You know what I'm saying? If you think that the streets in your mind is drug dealing, pimping, robbery, hustling, you know what I'm saying, jail, in the grave, fuck the streets. But if the streets in your mind is, you know what I'm saying, being outside of the household, out there fending for yourself, don't know if you should go left or right because you feel like, damn, I'm out here in these streets. You ain't putting no work in these streets, but you out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. Yo, what's your motive on this thing? Like, what's your motive for saying F the streets? What's your motive for saying not F the streets? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's not be divided over it, but let's talk about it so we can see, you know what I'm saying, where the hurt is, where the pain is coming from, and where the love and the joy is coming from when it comes to this talk about F the streets or not F the streets. Rock with me, like and subscribe.